Hey, welcome back to Spilling Ink, the Comics Wellspring live drawing show where we're spilling the ink and spilling the tea. Here tonight, we have, of course, your host, me, Brandon Blocksdorf, here to learn how to draw and figure this stuff out. No idea what I'm doing, having a blast with a great and amazing mentor and co-host, Max Flowers. Hello, Max.
Hello.
And actually, we have not one, but two special guests today. We have the amazing, astonishing digital inker right now, Ryan Arnold, joining us.
Ooh, hello.
And the fantastic and astonishing Aaron Z Lee.
Hello.
I like how this is the one night we have like the people with just like, we have Ryan Arnold and Aaron Z Lee. Like we never get that. That's so awesome. Like you guys were meant to be guests together.
Yeah, we got the middle initial, or we break down one of the names into an initial. So we got 3 names. That's how we do it. That's how we know it's quality.
My mom, growing up, she was like, "You should go by Ryan Arnold." And I was like, "You're crazy, Mom. That's insane." And then obviously, like in my late 30s, becoming an artist, I'm like, I'm gonna go by Ryan Arnold. She was right.
Yeah, it's got a good amount of syllables.
Yeah, it works.
I like the Z because it adds some mystery. People always ask me what the Z is, and I always I either don't tell them or I tell them it's for Zen, and it's not Zen. I wish it was. And then this past year, I teach middle school art, and I had a kid ask me if I was a producer on Family Guy or a writer on Family Guy. Because if you watch Family Guy or those things, there's a writer or some kind of supervising guy whose name is Aaron Lee, and I told him it was me.
Oh my gosh.
That's exactly what I would do. I'm like, yeah, it's me.
He doesn't need to know that.
You're like, I'm moonlighting as a teacher. It's fun.
I'm here for the bennies, kids.
Yeah. Like teachers.
We have Morgan Heron joining us. How you doing, Morgan?
Hey.
What's up, Morgan?
If you guys don't know Morgan's like, I try not to cuss on this show, but Morgan is fucking fantastic. So you guys should all look into him. Yeah, super great dude.
I was sketching Frankie yesterday, so
I saw that.
Maybe I'll throw that on the board.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Should have done Frankie versus Wolverine. That's what Morgan should be doing, honestly. Frankie versus Wolverine. That'd be a fun one. So are you guys like X-Men dudes? What's your X history? And I don't mean we don't got to get that personal, but you know what I mean.
I'm a big old X-Men fan. Love them.
I mean, that's
yeah. Well, okay. Well, then, what's your favorite Wolverine? Are you a movie Wolverine fan? Are you the original, like cartoon? Are you comics only? Old Man Logan?
I think for me, it's all of it. Just Wolverine as a character I've always loved Wolverine. So, I mean, any Wolverine I love.
How much time have you got?
We got 2.5 hours.
Okay, well, yeah, brace yourself. It's probably the cartoon that got me into it. I was already into comics a little bit with Ninja Turtles and Transformers, but the X-Men cartoon is probably what kicked it into overdrive.
Oh yeah, that was a wonderful.
Yeah, hands down.
But
that came at the perfect time of our lives. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There was 1993, I think, is when I first started picking it up off the racks. But it wasn't until Adam Kubert showed up on the Wolverine thing, and then it was like that's my thing. Like I'll still see the Adam Kubert issues from like 75 up till 100, and I'll pick those up out of the dollar bin, even though I have them all, just because I love those so much.
Just greedy about it.
Well, then I have them, and then I can give them to people if I'm like, hey, check this out. This is some good stuff. Weapon X Wolverine from Age of Apocalypse.
Oh my God! Well, Age of Apocalypse. Woo! That was my run. I love that one so much.
Dude, Cyclops has the coolest hair in that series.
Yes.
Like, hands down.
I could see you doing cosplay as that era Cyclops.
Which one? Oh, dude, back in the day when I had my long hair, I totally could have. I totally should have.
Well, it can happen again.
It happened again.
I do.
For the winner. Yeah, I don't.
Or Patch. Patch is always a good one.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning of that '88 series. It's like listening to a Hall & Oates record. You're like, oh, Hall & Oates, haha. Like this is kind of silly. But then you listen to the songs and you're like, this is some good stuff.
That actually just happened to me a couple years ago. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of them, and then my wife is super into them, and it just now I'm a huge fan.
Dude, they have some great bass lines. Actually, I wasn't into them for a while. I'm like a total like metalhead and proggy person. You know what I mean? I'm like punk music, and so I was like, I'm not gonna listen to Hall & fucking Oates. But then I heard them, and I was like, damn, that shit's good. Like
that's exactly why I didn't listen to them.
Yeah,
I was like, punk rock for that shit.
So good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah.
I saw you playing bass on something a little while ago.
Oh, I'm trying to play again. I'm trying to get back into it. I haven't touched in a while. I'm very. It's weird. I grew up as a musician, but I'm more like, dude, I don't know how to draw, and I'm drawing live on YouTube every night. You know what I mean? But like, I get more self-conscious about my bass playing than I do like something like this. I think it's because I studied music, so like I'm traumatized.
That's where you went wrong.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
I hear you though. Like I've got one version that's like I definitely use reference on, and then I've got one that I just use absolutely no reference, and I'm just kind of winging it. So I can jump back and forth between the two. So like the low pressure one and then the high pressure one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, the show's cool because it makes me sit down and try to draw every single week, and I've been doing a lot more on the side. But it's one of those things you end up having a lot of hobbies because I write comics, and Max and I essentially run Apollo City Comics with Alex Batts, and then I'm trying to like learn how to draw on top of that. It's like I need to and then play bass again, and I'm like, what am I doing?
You're a man of many talents.
There's a lot of really compelling comics that are not like virtuoso illustrated. Like I talk about Adam Kubert, like what a virtuoso like illustrator and storyteller. But then I think of like Jeffrey Brown, who's done a lot of like indie stuff, but then also a lot of like kids Star Wars stuff. Mm-hmm. And objectively not, he's not like focused on the perspective and the shading, and unlike the chiaroscuro, but he's telling like really compelling stories with kind of reductive figures, and it doesn't need like there's room for all of it.
Yeah, and that's what like actually got me to learn to like accept my art was like just reading indie books, and I was like, you know what, like I shouldn't really care. I should just whatever comes out of my hand is what comes out of my hand, and just have fun and accept that and make it, just work on it, just like I do my bass playing and technique. Just study people and then learn that and try to mimic it in a sense, but make it my own because it's going to come out different no matter what.
Exactly.
And that's all any of us can do.
And it's fun. I mean, Max is very encouraging of my drawing, and he gives me some pointers at the end of sessions and stuff like that. But also Max like sees me as a creator as a whole too, because he letters all my comics.
You're lucky.
And he's a humble writer, man. His writing's really good, and he doesn't like it when people compliment him. So every time I'm like, dude, story this time, dope. He's like, shut up.
I'm just like, the art was great though, right? Like, like China and Christian just killed it. Like, I get totally. No, yeah, I don't know. I think it's because of being a musician. I get real bashful about stuff, and I'm trying to adjust that a bit more.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing. I was watching something, and Todd McFarlane was talking about how Jack Kirby got screwed over, and we all know this, but basically it's just because Stan Lee was so outspoken, and he had that that charisma, and Jack just didn't want to be a part of any of that, and it kind of that's what kind of kept him where he was. So I'm taking that into my art and being like, I got to get out. I have to do this stuff, even though if it's uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yep.
It's the only way.
I was just texting my girlfriend. I was like, I'm actually nervous about this stream because like this Wolverine feels really intimidating tonight. Like, but now that I have the shapes down and I'm seeing it, fucking hype, dude. Like, really excited. I want to ink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still like learning how to freaking draw superheroes because that's like not my forte at all. So like drawing muscular dudes flying through the air with like knives attached to their fingers is like not my usual thing, you know? And so I'm like learning what that's supposed to look like in my own way.
I understand that.
Like the superhero comics is definitely like how I got into it, but like my own comics and stuff that I made are like way more influenced by like Dan Klaus or Mike Allred jumps back in, but I've been drawing way more kind of like in an indie style, so it's interesting to come back to the thing that got me into comics in the first place and see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I definitely.
Chris Ferret, Bryant, sorry, my computer's really far from me. Says I'm really good with comic artwork, create the stories, and create my own superhero stories. Also goes on to say, and I'm an art teacher. I volunteer to teach doing comic and digital art classes and model figuring pose to sketch draw class. That's super cool.
Oh,
that's awesome.
I should take that class.
Evan Coy says, "Great stuff, fellas. Thank you so much."
Yeah, that's my buddy. I'm actually doing this from his shop because it's a lot quieter than my dog and daughter at home.
Yeah.
I don't have a child scream, cry, and like run through and knock all my stuff over.
Yeah.
I love her, but that does happen.
I mean, I have my. Oh, go on. No, go ahead.
I was just saying, my daughter's 13, so she doesn't want anything to do with me.
I have 3 cats, and I feel like that's equivalent to 1 kid. You know what I mean? Like the chaos, at least.
Mine's down in the game room. Who knows?
Yeah, my dogs decided they wanted to run around and wrestle, so they got kicked out of the studio for a little bit.
There you go. I teach middle school, so I feel like by the time she gets to that age, I will be very seasoned.
Yeah,
with that.
I'm actually not like a big X-Men fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
what?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I'm not really either, but I enjoy it. I mean, it's not.
You know, I've read Grant Morrison's run and I loved it because I love X-Horn.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a cool. And then like, what's the Omega dude?
Omega Red?
Not Omega Red. He was like Omega level mutant from Grant's run with Frank Whiteley.
Oh, Kid Omega?
Kid Omega, yeah, dude, that kid was dope. It was super punk rock, and the whole Magneto was right thing and all that. I love that.
Wow,
that was sick.
Yeah, he added a lot to that.
And then like Magneto was dead, and then he wasn't. He was X-Horn. Spoilers.
From a 24-year-old storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a huge Nightcrawler fan, though. I really.
Okay.
Morgan says Teenage Babylon Teenage Babylon issue 0 was great. Take the compliment. Thank you so much, Morgan.
This is a whole other thing, but anybody watch X-Men 97?
Absolutely.
I haven't yet, dude.
Not yet, man.
It's so good.
Though.
I could not believe how hard they went on that.
Oh my God.
What I heard. I heard they even did the E for Extinction stuff, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I cried a little bit. I got emotional.
Cried a little bit. Try every episode.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, definitely.
That was awesome in that, though.
Oh yeah.
Wolverine, the best fight sequence in any kind of motion of Wolverine and Nightcrawler that's ever been done ever.
Really?
So good.
It's like why I don't get why they can look at that and then be like, yeah, but we're gonna not do this for the live action. It just blows my mind.
Well, when they said it wasn't when it wasn't canon, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Well, I mean, but I did like that they finished. I mean, they basically start from where the cartoon left off.
Yeah.
What's
I
it?
don't even remember when it went off the air. 97?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I had to watch all the old episodes to get back into it because it had been decades.
Yeah, me too.
But
The only animated show that I've watched is Batman Beyond.
That's a good show.
I never
It's
watched that one.
Quality,
Only
top
one.
tier, top tier.
Bruce Timm doing Cyberpunk. That's a good combo.
Yeah, dude, right? So when I was like a kid, I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was in pre-K and kindergarten, right? When those shows were really popular. And so I went to like a Catholic school. And like the first half of the day you had to be there, but the second half was just like nap time. And once I realized that, like the incense in churches would make me throw up. I don't know why. Like when I was a kid, I just couldn't handle it. Yeah, super weird. It would trip everyone out because I would just puke every Sunday. And everyone's like, why is he doing that? In the church. But so I would like throw up at school so that they would just send me home, and I would catch Batman, Spider-Man, and X-Men, like that little afternoon block they'd have every single day.
That's a good block.
Yeah, that's fun.
I mean, I wondered why I had like stomach issues as like an older like high schooler.
I did also watch the Thousands run of the Turtles. But those are the only two superhero shows I watched, really.
I heard good things about that show. I think I watched like one or two things, like when they crossed over with a whole bunch of different dimensions of Turtles, like different eras.
Yeah.
And it seemed good.
That sounds fun.
I'm not a Turtles person, to be honest. Like I really can't like get into Turtles for some reason.
I was more into them when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I do like the last Ronin.
I read it. I thought it was all right.
That one's really good.
I do think it's hard to get into them. I actually don't really like the Turtles as characters as much as I like Splinter or like Shredder or like, you know.
Yeah, Splinter and Shredder are good characters.
Yeah, like the Turtles don't really like impress me that much, but those two characters I think are really well done.
I love a sensei rat. That's pretty awesome.
Right?
I actually think I'm just gonna like ink this, to be honest, because I'm just like adding some small detail that I could do when I'm inking.
Fun fact about the Ninja Turtles. Over a decade ago, my mother dated what's his name? James Saito. Saito? I can never say his name. The original Shredder.
No way.
Oh yeah. Very nice guy. But that was a long time ago. And that's about all I have in that realm.
I have pretty close connections to X-Men, like family wise too, which is weird. I'm related. I'm related to the guy who did the cinematography for all the X-Men movies.
What?
Oh wow.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get to see him that much. He's always off filming a movie, but
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, Kevin Eastman would be in El Paso all the time because he would like to see the Chihuahuas baseball games. So, like, he was pretty popular where I was from.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, really random too. Like, he would just come in to watch like the baseball games. Like, and like, all right, we're not really. It's like I don't know, what's below minor league. I feel.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did Todd McFarlane play? Like Pac-10 or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. I guess maybe they're minor league because they have like a stadium there, but I also don't know anything about sports, so I can tell you too much.
Me neither.
I don't know.
I know a little bit about hockey, and that's about it.
We're just talking about a bunch of stuff that me and Max know nothing about tonight.
There you go.
It's okay. I'm playing along too. Yeah, sports. Sports. Yeah.
Because of my in-laws, I started watching Buffalo Bills games, so I know a little bit about that.
I actually just started watching Rangers games because my girlfriend's really into Rangers games.
Hockey is the best sport by far.
I do enjoy watching hockey. I like going to hockey games.
Actually, I would
like the
soccer's my
Blackhawks.
favorite. Soccer's my favorite out of everything if I'm choosing a sport. I think soccer's cool as shit. I guess I am like a Mexican though, so I mean that makes sense. El Paso, like,
Yeah.
I mean, what is hockey but like ice soccer?
Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
It really is.
Yeah, for real though. Jeez. Honestly, the most enduring sports probably out of all of them. I feel like I kind of feel like football's dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I'm not a big.
Football is more popular worldwide.
I don't even think I learned how the rules of. I learned the rules of football playing NFL Blitz on like PlayStation 2.
Yeah, dude, that was a good game. That was a good one. Yeah,
that's how I learned what all that stuff was, and that's about it. I don't even know what I'm doing.
I don't know either. I'm lost.
Same. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna ink. I'm just gonna like dilly dally with pencils. I could probably dilly dally with pencils like all night, and then.
See, for me, like this is just a bunch of like, what looks good where? Like, what if I do this little jagged thing here? Will that work?
So so this is the big debate with that I always hear about digital inking, and I mean I digitally draw as well, so I'm not like, I don't want you to think I'm like bashing or anything, or anyone who uses digital drawing. I think it's awesome because I use it. But like, how often do you use that like undo button? You know what I mean? Is that like, does it become a crutch? Like, is it? What do you feel about that?
I use it a lot because I mean. What I like about digital is that I can try anything and everything, and whether I can try 143 different like ways of doing it, and if I don't like it, I don't have to like rescan my page or like ink a page, then copy it so I can like color that page. I don't know. I always found it's just I tend to mess up so much. I won't get anything done.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
That's totally fair there. No, yeah. I think my only thing with digital inking or digital like drawing, it's just like when I first started drawing. Like, it seems overwhelming at first because you have so many options,
Yeah.
And I gotta like limit myself. Like, I limit the amount of like brushes I use, and I limit my pencil. So that's helped me just pick up and go. So I got to do that to like my iPad and be able to like flow with that.
I have a very specific. I only use probably 2 or 3 inking pens at the most. I use like one pencil on here, a mechanical pencil, and then I build brushes.
Oh, nice.
So that I can do my trees and all my crazy backgrounds. But I mean, I use the Control Z and Control Y a lot.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm dealing with, I have that like, am I a cheater? Like, is this okay? Are people gonna judge me?
Yeah, dude, that's with anything. Yeah, I feel you.
But then I'm like,
but then I see it and I'm like, dude, this dude's dope. Like,
who cares? Yeah.
That's
right.
Yeah. That's how I feel. As long as I'm happy with it and I think that I'm achieving what I'm out to achieve, then
yeah,
more power to it.
It's a hard thing to get over, like that self-conscious, like, well, I don't know, all that you just said. To be honest,
I mean, like doing this like for the first time too, and like kind of showing how I draw is very nerve-wracking to me.
Oh, dude, it's terrifying.
Because I'm just like
every single week.
I'm like, they could see I do pencils at least, like, but it's not like I'm not doing the most detailed stuff in the world.
That's why I'm always just like, I don't know how to draw, and then everyone sees it and they're like, it's not bad, dude. Like, shut the fuck up.
That's what I should do.
It's just a live drawing show at this point. Like,
that's gonna be my next thing. Like, I don't really know how to draw, guys, but like, I'll try.
There's that Mark Maron skit where, and it's totally me. It's 100% me, dude. Where he's just like, I don't like preparers, like, people who prepare, like, they just shut up, I do everything unprepared, because if I pull it off, well, I'm a genius because I was unprepared. And if I sucked, well, I was unprepared. So
yeah, exactly. That's funny.
The thing I always tell my students, because like middle schoolers are always hung up on like things not looking photorealistic, as I say, I'm more interested in the humanity of the work. I want to see that a human made it. Yeah. And even if it's not technically perfect, there's a charm to a human making something that I appreciate.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like when I tell my daughter or like my cousin, he's getting out there drawing, and I lost my train of thought. Never mind. I'll let that one go into the ether.
It's okay. You got an hour and a half to get it back.
Honestly, that's another challenging thing. Is like Max and I realize like sometimes we're just quiet on the stream. We're just focusing really hard, and drawing and talking is difficult sometimes.
Yeah. Not my strong suit.
But it's really hard. It challenges really everybody. Like I feel like the show, not only challenges me, but like putting you guys on this pedestal too, which is pretty cool. Like,
there's a few topics that I can talk about for hours, and comics and drawing are some of them.
I totally spaced that. I'm so sorry. What was that again? I was like,
I said that there are a few topics I can talk about for hours, and comics and art are some of them. Like so much that, like in the real world, I'll give people like an off ramp. I'll be like, "Do you want to hear more about this? Because like you don't have to stand here and listen to me talk about this." And they'll be, "Oh no, go ahead." I'm like, "Are you sure? For real?"
I do
that with tabling too.
I see. I'm on the other side of that, where like somebody will come up to me at like a convention or whatever, and they'll start talking to me about some franchise that I have no clue about, and I just have to be like, yeah, that was really cool, and just pray they don't ask me a question,
So what'd you think about episode 43 when that happened?
I'm like, oh, that's cool. They're like, oh, it's cool when his dad died. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Like, damn it. You got me, you motherfucker.
Dude, sorry. So I interviewed Elijah Wood one time. It's a cool starting sentence. But it was for that show, Dirk Gently's Detective Agency, whatever it's called. And it was based on a book, and it was one of those interview sessions where I had no time to prepare. I just had to like go in and interview him. And so my question after I'm exhausted. It's New York Comic-Con. There's just like a lot going on. And like, I was hyped and I was nervous because it's fucking Elijah Wood, dude. His eyes hypnotize you, dude. It's wild. But I was like, so what was it like, bringing your character from a book onto the screen, something along those lines. You know what I mean? And he was he's the sweetest guy in the world. He was like, well, luckily my character's original to the show and wasn't in the book at all. And I was like, oh man, like I did not fucking I forgot what the point was at. But like, yeah, it's like the worst, just like going in unprepared like that, or just like guessing. Luckily he was great.
Yeah, lucky he was nice about it. He could have been like, you son of a bitch.
Dude, it's because like Bruce Timm.
Do you know who I am? There was
Bruce Timm terrified me. Like he's scary, dude. I've seen him like trash a reporter in front of everybody.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude. It was New York Comic-Con, man. Like I had interviewed him once before, and I actually was like, okay, that wasn't bad. It wasn't the best question, but he wasn't like annoyed with me. But I got to interview him a second time, and I guess the person who was asking him questions right after me, I was like super hyped. He was really cool with my questions. Talked for solid 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden, like, it's kind of quiet. We're waiting for the next person, and you just hear Bruce be like, "That's it? That's what you're gonna ask me? You have 2 minutes for me to answer questions, and that's your question." And it was something like, Bruce, what was it like looking at the rearview mirror of your career 20 years later? And he just like blew up at this dude. And ever since then, I was just like so scared to get anything wrong with anyone. Like, it's just terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, I'd be the same. I'd be like, I'm not even gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna offend
I mean,
somebody.
they're under so much pressure. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they constantly have to deal with all that stuff. Like, I don't blame them for getting snippy here and there. You know?
Well, no, I mean it makes sense. I mean, also they're human beings.
Yeah.
They have emotions and feelings too.
But yeah, interviewing celebrities like that was a lot of fun.
And now we're getting quiet because we all trying to figure out what the hell we're doing with our drawings at this point.
Yeah, I'm doing this first set of claws right now.
I'm attempting to either shadow or maybe blood. Who knows? Let's do blood. Yeah.
There you go.
That's
I
fun.
think mistakes will be blood.
From what I can
Oh,
see
that's
so far,
cool.
the claws are coming out of the back of the hand, which is the correct way. So that's good.
I like it. All right, no blood. All right, let's see what it looks like without the pencils. Getting there. Oh.
I mean, that is the cool thing about digital drawing is that like you could just take off the pencils like with the layer. You know, I wish I could do that. Like
it's just I used to like erase it. Like I'd ink it and then I'd erase my pencils and then I'd have to re-ink because I used shitty ink and didn't know what I was doing. And so it's just like just a lot of things to do. But not anymore.
I do need better ink. I was gonna text Max to be like, "Hey, I have a $25 gift card that I found. Like, what art supplies should I get?"
Oh, there's a Hobby Lobby that just opened up in my town here. I went in looking for brush pens, like the Pentel brush pens that you used to be able to get at Michael's or AC Moore.
Mhm.
They didn't have them. I was like, come on.
It's a huge
like
Do
these
you
ones,
like
like
those?
I use this Pentel, and I use this Pentel.
Ah.
I like the
Yeah,
nice
see,
fat gray barrel.
I really cannot use the Pentel brush pens. They're too big for me. I use tiny brush pens.
Interesting. I like that. I'm like trying to get a thicker line and add more black to everything. So like, it really helps me. I feel.
I hear you.
Dude, I think I'm happy with how these claws are looking too.
You just go full Sinkovich on that. You have a toothbrush standing by?
Yeah, I have some splatter I'm gonna toss on it.
Heck yeah. I didn't grab a little bottle of ink or a toothbrush because I didn't want to mess up my my buddy's place here. But maybe when I get home, I'll splatter it.
My table is a mess because of it. I've got splatter all over it.
Dude, that's why I haven't posted my alien piece because I need a time to splatter. Like, that's all I got to do is splatter it. I'm done. But
all right.
See, I like this. This is fun because I get to draw you guys who are real drawing, if you will, non-digital drawing. So I get to hear all your techniques and all these little things. I like it.
Dude, they should make that a feature on an iPad, like a splatter feature. You know what I mean? To like you like flick your pencil and it like
that would be cool.
Oh yeah,
because those like when you get those little pens or the little brushes that do that, they never look right.
No,
it does.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you deal like with trying to get like organic texture in digital with like because the spouter brushes are like so hit or miss for me at least.
Well, I mean, it's just for me. It's just I just fuck around with it until I find it.
Yeah.
I adjust every little thing. I'll use several different ones. It gets to like. No, I don't. No, that wasn't a fully formed thought. Never mind.
No, I feel that. That's how I feel when I'm doing digital stuff. Is like, it's just throwing it at the wall until something comes out.
And I like that too because I mean, you know, I have to figure it out.
Right.
So that it, to get it as, I guess, realistic as I can, without like trying to be like, no, I did this by hand. Oh yeah, yeah, it's real ink, real papers.
It's funny when digital artists try to like pull off like saying that they're doing it traditionally when it's like, dude, we know, it's cool. Like,
and it's also just like, come on, come on.
Yeah,
you ain't gotta lie.
Like we accept it. It's fine.
It's like
there's some powerful tools out there, though.
There's some what things?
There's some powerful brushes that look very realistic if you use them the right way.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
Like
we had a creator on that did that.
That Kyle T. Webster resigned from Adobe and is now working with Procreate.
Why?
Oh, really?
No way.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So that's exciting. Cool. Of course, I love his brushes too. Like I'm working traditional here because I was doing this. I broke out my Bristol boards and stuff, and it's actually been a pleasure to work like on big board where you can like see all of it. And
dude, that's what I've been doing. I've never done 11 by 17s before, and it's tripping me out. Like I'm having so much fun with them.
Yeah. Instead, I have like a decent sized computer screen to work on, but it is nice to work traditionally. I dig it.
Yeah, I had originally started on an iPad, like a 10-inch iPad, and then I bought myself this Huon draw tablet, and it gave me way more space. And I see that they're even bigger ones. And I'm looking at those because I was like, huh.
Maybe one of these days I'll get into that when I don't have my daughter like knocking things over.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to keep any of this stuff when my daughter was younger. What am I doing? There we go.
Most of the time when I get work done, it's like at the end of the day when like my wife or my daughter will be watching something on TV, and that's when I can break out the iPad.
Oh yeah.
Work on stuff.
I try to do that at night, like after work. It's just like, okay, if I'm just gonna watch TV or put on a movie, I can at least try to draw like anything, something.
Back before my daughter was born, I used to I would go on Amazon and try like to find the worst B-movie horror movies, B-movie sci-fi movies, because there'd be long stretches where they're super boring. It's just like people in a room talking about like eating up time. And then when the music would kick in, then something cool would happen. So like take a break from drawing and look up. And then when that cool scene was done, then you could go back to drawing.
Nice.
And it's good for ideas too. Like that's one of my strategies is to watch all these bad movies and just let it all percolate in my brain together. And then eventually I'll have a new plot because I'll have combined a whole bunch of different things.
Nice.
Tell me about your guys' books. Be super curious to hear about them.
What? Oh, sorry. You guys go first.
Nah, I mean you're a guest. You go first.
Oh. Okay. I just finished 88-page graphic novel.
All right.
Yeesh.
I almost pushed my thing over. Yeah, it took me 2 years, but that was just me.
Is that the one you sent me?
Yeah.
All right.
It took forever, and I just took forever with it. This is it.
That's all right.
Dude, that looks so beautiful, man. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that looks great.
It's fun. I like it. I'm working on another one right now called Phantom Grip. Here we go. Just show you guys a couple.
Oh, it's so dude, it looks beautiful. I haven't read it, but I flipped through it and
look at the flow.
Like, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's awesome,
dude. I can't wait to see it physically. Like it looks beautiful.
I'll send you a copy.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so I did this one it's a band. It's like a companion piece for their album called Coma Noir by a band called Atlas Moth out of Chicago. They're like a metal band.
Okay.
So there's an album that goes with this, but it's basically like it's a noir. Obviously, there's a private detective gets called into action, if you will, and gets sucked into an underground world like all this other crazy stuff.
The Atlas Moth, you said?
Yes, the band is called the Atlas Moth.
Cool.
They're fun. So yeah, I just put that out on Blind Cyclops books. My buddy Ryan, I'm doing a book for him right now as well.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. And that's all I got on books.
That's hell of a lot. You know, it's
that's a good chunk. Yeah. So I've got 2 like huge books done and some other projects in the works right now. Like,
it's all right to take your time on stuff though.
Yeah.
Make sure you're happy with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. Like the book I'm working on, he wanted to try and get it done by. I'm only like halfway through. Hold on a second. He wanted me to have it done by July because they're going to a Comic-Con out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna try. And then like I was starting to I had to resize pages because I lost a bunch of work. And I had to do a bunch of stuff, and I had to tell him like, man, it's not gonna happen. Like if I rush it, it's gonna suck if I rush it. Like it's gonna lose all the love, all of everything. So we agreed on October. So I got a couple months to finish it. It's fun. Definitely won't be. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I always think about James O'Barr and how it took him 10 years to do The Crow.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then it's like a seminal work that is like out there forever. Not that I anticipate that my work is going to be like as big as The Crow, but it's a good thing to remind yourself of, to take your time and do next step. And then also like leave in the stuff that shows how you progressed too, which I don't always follow, but I do follow most of the time.
Yeah, it's tricky because it's like I feel like as artists we're fed that narrative from like big publishers that it's like you got to be doing page a day and issue a month, you know, like
which is
like be fast, right? And then you look at like indie stuff and underground stuff, and it's like, how long did Spiegelman take to make Mouse? How long did O'Barr take to make Crow? You know, like these are like people's dreams that they're spending years and years of their life on, and then they make something amazing, and it doesn't always hit.
Exactly.
But like you have to spend that time in order to make something that really is going to matter.
That's how I feel.
Preach.
Because damn, we've been yeah, because you can tell like when you look at I look at a lot of comic books and stuff, like the ones that they kick out like monthly, weekly, or monthly, or whatever it is. You can tell like the artists are going fast. Like when you zoom in, like if you're on Comixology or anything and like you're reading on your iPad or something, you can really get in there and see what they're doing on their panels. And then you realize like they're not really doing shit. Like, I mean, they're doing the basics of what you need to get you there visually, and then they have the person come in and color it, add the depth and all that stuff. But
it's all just like, front shots, like face shots, you know what I mean? There's like they waste a lot of time.
They do. And it's because they're forced to kick out stuff so quickly. And if you can't work fast, like somebody else can, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what I do think is interesting or valuable, at least about moving fast, right? Is like, you're going to learn a lot more, a lot faster doing that.
Oh, yeah.
If you just say this page is good enough and move on, suddenly you're going to be piling on, you're going to have a ton of books. The question is when to slow down, like when does it really matter?
That's kind of the mode I'm in now, because I got this book, Wesley the Dark Age, is done after 5 years, and I wasn't like rushing on this, but I did have I felt a sense of urgency to get this done because this is kind of something I was working on for a while. I wanted to get it done. So the weather emergency system at a college radio station comes to life to dance, to love, to drink coffee, and of course fend off the ruthless role-playing guild. But nine issues in here in this baby. Got interviews with bands in the back that I really love, like
oh, that's cool.
The Faint, they're my favorite band. I interviewed their lead singer and their keyboardist.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I can't, I used to do a lot of music blogging, but then after I interviewed the lead singer of The Faint, I was like, was like, where do I go from here? I did a few more interviews after that, but I was kind of like, it's like kind of reach the mountaintop, you know, for me at least. And interviews with Interpol.
That's sick.
Some other stuff. The drummer of Interpol, but hey, he's still in there.
Yeah, he still counts.
Yeah, he's a member. And Abso Facto, he blew up on TikTok. He was
familiar, yeah.
Kind of big for a little bit. He did a song called Dissolve, but I liked him before that too. Long Wave, some other stuff, and even have some bonus art in the back by some folks. Like I have a Kevin Delgado piece.
Oh, nice. Kevin's a great dude. I love him.
Yeah, Jonathan Kosiuba. He's a Canadian guy. I got a couple pieces from him. This is like my favorite thing to get, like commissioned art from other artists. This guy Cayetano Valenzuela. Hopefully you'll be hearing about this guy soon, like on the national stage, because this guy is amazing. He's a local guy around here, but originally from San Antonio, Texas, and to Central New York. But his stuff is so good. Tony Farrow, have you guys run into him?
No,
his stuff
doesn't
super
sound
good.
familiar, at least.
He has like 21st Century, Big Spider, a whole bunch of other stuff. He's another guy who's like tied into music stuff. I think he plays bass in a band out where he is. He was at IC3. I like his stuff a lot. A couple things. One from my buddy who owns the shop I'm in right now. My brother-in-law did a couple pieces, but and I've got a couple other pieces that are going to be in the next thing. It's gonna look so good. But what I'm super influenced by right now is the Creepy and Eerie Warren magazines. Have you guys ever seen these?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
A Creepy and Eerie. They're these black and white horror magazines that were published in the late 60s, 70s.
Oh, absolutely.
And the thing I like about and the thing I love about those is like we're talking about working fast. Like you would hire somebody to do 10 pages, right?
Oh, dude,
so like, and it would be like it'd be like your Alex Toth or your Neil Adams to do like a 10 pager, you know? So and who knows how long they had to do it, maybe 3 months or however. So like the detail in these books is amazing. So with my new stuff that I'm working on, I'm trying to channel my inner like Warren magazine artist. Not to say that I'm anywhere near those guys, but to really kind of slow down and push the art in a way that makes sense for what I do. You know, so they're my hugest influence right now. And I find that like at night when I sit down to read, I can really only get through like 10 pages.
Yeah, they're a little dense. You know what I mean? Like with any of those golden age stuff, it's kind of.
Oh, do you have some Warren magazines ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, this is my stuff right here. Like this is the stuff that got me drawing as a kid. This and EC.
Nice.
But
I just picked up an EC collective book.
Oh yeah,
it looks so good in black and white.
It's so good.
I did all that one time.
I found this at Golden Apple Comics, I think in Santa Monica. I forget where it was, a long time ago.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah, I love that place. I got a bunch of these things, like old National Lampoon ones. All the weird science.
Those old black and white.
Hello.
Hugely influential, inspirational to me.
What one for me growing up, I really, really like. My mom got me like I was probably too young, but you know, she's like, it's art. Heavy metal magazine.
Oh, dude, that's why everything happened with Apollo, man. That's why we did anthologies. Oh, dude, the 80s movie changed my life when I saw.
Oh my, even the 2001 isn't bad. I mean,
it's not bad.
Well, actually, you're right because it has all the. What was it? That was all the new metal.
Yeah. It's rough to get through even the first like few minutes. You know what I mean? Like
I think I'm one of those people. I'm like, it's part of it. Fuck it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Same. Yeah.
I'm just glad they made it.
Yeah, and they're trying to do something different, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then, dude, did you know that Netflix show was it Love, Sex, and Robots?
Oh God, I love that.
That was Robert Rodriguez trying to like do a heavy metal third film, and then it turned to like all heavy metals and going through all this stuff and everything, and it never happened. And Netflix picked it up, and that's why it's on Netflix. That's essentially heavy metal. But it's the same exact thing. That's what it was. That was the whole concept behind that whole show, was bringing back heavy metal.
Have you guys seen the Ice? Have you seen the Ice episode of that? It's called Ice.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is? No, I don't remember that.
And one is like genetically enhanced, and the other one is not. And he has like, the one brother has like feelings about that, like, and they go out on the ice to see like these giant ice whales.
Oh yeah.
It's animated, like it's 3D animated, but it is skinned to look like 2D art.
It
like
looks
better than anything I've seen so far. Looks so good. Like the animation designer who designed the characters has a really angular style, and it lends itself to the 3D models, but it looks so good. I'm always telling people about that.
I used to really, really hate the 3D stuff. I still kind of do, but there's some good stuff where they're really taking the time to make it, not look like trash.
Not like that Watchmen trailer that just came out. Like,
oh my god, no!
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
When you posted that, I immediately, I'm gonna grab.
I just hated it.
I'm a reference guy. I'm like, I got the books. Hold on. I had just gotten this not that long ago, but it is, what is it? Fucking camera. Watching the Watchmen, all the artwork. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this.
No, I haven't.
But it's like gorgeous. It's all the thumbnails he did, his color palettes, like it's insane. All the notes from Alan Moore.
Man, that's sick.
Like just. This dude's a beast. So when I saw that thing, I was just like, "You guys fucked this up."
Yeah, dude.
Like,
it doesn't feel right.
Copy that style and do it in 3D. You can do it, or just animate it.
Yeah, just animate it, guys.
I think about the X-Men '97 thing. There's definitely 3D models in there, but they are rotoscoping them and getting the line art on there.
Yes. Well, they did that too with What If.
Yes.
What if it's a little more CG? Oh yeah, that's what I was worried about '97, because I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
If it's gonna look like What If, like I'm not gonna enjoy it as much.
Yeah. Truth.
But they nailed it.
Yeah. I even think about, like, you guys ever see the Silver Surfer TV show that was on?
Dude,
like,
yes.
Like when they filmed Galactus.
Yeah.
I thought that looked really good.
Yeah, same.
I haven't seen that one.
It's actually not bad, dude. Like, the storyline is not bad at all. You can watch the whole season pretty decently.
I was like, what's that on? I'll find that. It's probably on Disney. Is it on Disney Plus?
Oh, yeah, it's probably on Disney Plus, yeah. But Kirby lends itself well to 3D.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And Bruce Timm, actually, speaking of the same time, when I was hearing him talk, he was saying they never adapted Kingdom Come because they just couldn't copy Alex's art style. He's like, there's no way we could represent his style in such a way that would be appropriate.
I think
that is a fucking beast.
I think that they can. It's just a matter of they don't want to with their budget.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to spend the time to figure it out.
Yeah, honestly.
Because they can do like a Pixar level, like Kingdom Come. It could be done, but
it'd be. They'll kickstart it too.
Yeah.
What's that?
Fucking, I hate that. Don't get me started on that.
It's
the most offensive thing I've ever.
I know.
One of the most offensive things.
Which thing?
Ugh, big comic companies using Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I thought, like,
someone explain that to me.
Like, Coheed doing it to kickstart their book kind of made sense to me, because I was like, oh, they're a band. Like, for one, they're not like getting money off of any of that crap. Like,
Coheed and Cambria has enough money to.
They do have enough money to fund it.
They have enough money to finance a book, but somebody told them, "No, we'll just crowdfund. No, have your fans fund it."
Yeah, that was the first one I saw, and then I was like, all right, like, maybe there's some leeway here, and then it all happened. And I was like, nope, this is a pattern. This is a thing. Like, they're just. This is not changing.
Nope. It's just gonna get worse.
I want to go back to mail order.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
why don't they have that anymore?
That's what I want to do. I want to get a PO box, do mail order for a Rap Brain Scene, because
that'd be cool.
Like it's like kind of nowadays, right? It's like unique and novel. It's like it's not the way you would have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But also I don't know how well it would work, just because like I don't think people would send money in the mail.
Yes, I want to do all those old school things myself. Well, I call them old school. Sorry, they're brilliant, but I just don't feel that the world like supports that anymore. Like, especially kids, like they don't give a shit about any of that. They want to literally read their comics on their iPads and stuff. Sound like an old man. You fucking kids. Just kidding. Which is fine. But
I mean, Stanley said it. Like, comics are like tits. They're cool on paper, but they're better in your hands. That's a direct Stanley quote, so it's appropriate. You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
Excelsior.
Famous Stanley quotes.
That's a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna print that out and put it in my office so I stare at it every day. It's fucking. That's not what I want. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a way that I could figure out how to do a mail order. I'll figure it out somehow.
I believe in you.
It'd be so funny to do it like a QR. Like they have to Venmo me.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know what I mean?
It.
If you so
I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Figure something out.
I worked.
I figured out how to do Venmo right before I tabled at a show, and I think I made like an extra $80 because I just put the QR code out on the table.
Yep, dude, I have a little printout with Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and it fucking works great. I wish Apple Pay worked like that.
Zelle is another one.
Cash App. I used. We did a lot of like during the lockdown pandemic. My wife was doing a lot of markets, like outside markets, and I forgot where I was going. Man, I am horrible at this. Forgot where I was going with that. So
I know that's what happened to me with the Elijah Wood thing, dude. I totally spaced out the whole purpose of that story, and I was like, "Well, I did that, so."
This happened. So yeah, it's gone, and I apologize to anybody who's like, "This guy can't get a single sentence out." It's just
that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
These damn
Dude,
pens.
we've stopped mid-story so much, just like explaining something and be like, you know what, I have no idea. Like it was either tell the story or mess this up, and rather.
Did you guys ever mail order anything?
Oh yeah, all my CDs.
Dude, I was.
Yeah.
What was that? Columbia House.
Yeah.
I used to order books like that. I ordered Stephen King's Insomnia when that came out when I was a kid. I never paid
used
for
to
it.
get Mad Magazine, actually.
Me too.
I was gonna say that's the only thing I've ever mail ordered, because I think that was like probably like the last thing that was still mail order while I was, in existence and able to like understand what purchasing things were.
Dude, it's sad. I don't have any of those magazines left. I left them in an apartment and I just never got them back.
I think mine are all gone too. I don't know what happened to them.
A couple years ago, I got another subscription of it, but then I realized like they're not making any new ones anymore.
Yeah,
they're just doing like new covers, and it's because they don't make magazines anymore. And I got very sad because my dream in life when I was a kid was to draw for Mad.
Oh man,
and I will never be able to.
Well, hey, you know what? That's why you just gotta do it yourself now. Like
That's right.
I knew I'd
Yeah.
never make it in heavy metal, so I made 3 anthologies to compensate.
Bootleg. Yeah, just make a Mad Magazine bootleg.
Yeah.
That's it. It's happening.
It's like my Wesley book. It was like I always wanted to do illustrations for like the music interviews in Rolling Stone, and then I also wanted to do a comic book. And I was like, why can't they be in one thing? So boom, there it is.
There it is. Yeah. I think my goal comically, like comic book wise, growing up, is I really, really wanted to rip off American Splendor, or not just rip it off, but like
I haven't seen or read that yet. I really got to.
Dude,
Harvey is a legend.
Like
yes,
that's where my art started in with like Robert Crumb, American Splendor, a lot of the old like underground
I didn't know that's
60s,
what that
70s.
was about. That's cool as shit.
Oh man,
You
have
you seen American Splendor, like the movie?
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
So
I think even that was good too.
Yes, very meta.
Thought that was wonderful.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
It's
My girlfriend's out of town, so I can find it. Probably watch it.
Oh my god, you should please watch it. It made me, when I saw that movie, it really, really, really made me start being like, I can do this. I can make comics.
Really?
Like I can do this. And now, I mean, I'm doing completely different stuff now, but like when I first started out, I was doing stuff very close to that. I was trying to get as close as I could to Art Crumb. But it's just, I don't know what it is. It just resonated. I have, what do I have? Is it here? Is it here? Oh man, this. There we go. Robert Crumb's The Book of Filth.
Ooh. I just have that.
It's like a Bible. I don't know if there's kids on this thing, but I'll just go fast. It's just like smut.
Oh, it's amazing. Dude, I need to find a smut artist. So if any of you know a smut artist.
What's up, dude?
Dude, you want to draw some smut straight up?
I'll draw some dicks, dude. Let's go.
My girlfriend and I we're starting a smut book called Odd Frictions.
Okay.
And then like the first story is called she's like super into smut, so I'm helping her make the comic. And her first story is AVP versus me.
Okay, I'm into that.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's fun.
We have a couple other ideas. It's gonna be like a little thing. Yeah, so we could talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down. I like to draw. And then of course I'm like, yeah, just give me a chance to do some like, just because I mean I'm just gonna go towards like heavy metal stuff in my brain of like drawing smut stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Get it all out.
Now my brain's like on fire with that. Thanks, man.
Dude, hell yeah. No, we're definitely gonna talk. Be sick.
Find all my damn layers. Okay, there we go. That's the problem with digital art is if you don't name your layers, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Or what you're drawing on. And then if you're really like, if you really mess up and you're drawing stuff on the same,
layer,
what's it called? Layers. Woo. I've ruined stuff that way, and it's horrible.
Yeah, I kind of stopped using like different layers. I just said screw it, and I just use one layer now. And then like I'll use like one layer maybe for like the thumbnail, and then like I'll just do one layer for everything else. And then like at the end, once I'm done, maybe I'll throw in like an overlay texture or something. But that's pretty much it. I just stopped using so many layers.
Yeah, I'm all about layers. But when I was because I used Clip Studio to make comics.
Yeah.
They have like one of these buttons. I don't know what it is. It basically makes a panel that you can draw in, but it makes it its own like file with its own like layers.
Oh, interesting.
And I was doing that forever. It's like, so you don't draw outside of it. And then I realized I was like, my panels should be open so that I can draw outside of them. And like, I had to stop doing that. So I basically use one layer for that now instead of each panel having like 15 layers in them, which sounds great. I know.
Well, they do that for a lot of reasons, but I mean, like it's like it was built for specifically manga, right? So
yeah,
a lot of the stuff in there is for manga artists or just production in general. And they have to do edits and stuff on panels, you know? So they're like, oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, also because when you set it up, it sets it up backwards.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It was the cheapest thing like I could think of when I was starting to digitally draw, because I was going to go after Photoshop. I was going to go after Adobe because I used to do Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just they do that subscription stuff, and it's too expensive. This had one base pay, and then they started doing subscription thing, but it's like $25 a year, so completely okay with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Adobe if I didn't have educator discount.
Do I still have my student discount? That's the only reason why I have Adobe.
There's a good run of time there where University of Buffalo in the SUNY system did a deal with Adobe, and you could give $10 to get like a full cloud subscription for a year. That was awesome.
Oh, that's
sick.
It's over now though, but it was great at the time. I do love Adobe Fresco to draw in. Has anybody played around with Fresco at all?
No,
I did when it first came out, and I did. I didn't spend enough time to really get to know it. Yeah, from my understanding, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, when it first came out, it was a poor Procreate clone. Now it is really cool.
Yeah,
I got to run my dog outside really quick. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where brush engines go in the future, because I think Photoshop's brush engine is like utter crap, to be honest with you.
Which brush engine?
Photoshop.
Oh yeah.
I hate drawing in Photoshop. Like I've used Photoshop for years, and I can't convince myself to draw in it. For me, the best thing is like the most natural feeling thing is Procreate, but I also haven't spent a lot of time with Clip Studio or anything else. So
Clip Studio, I mean,
the most direct, I think.
I was using Procreate for a little bit, but now I don't like it. I think it's a little too easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
for
think
me, not too easy, but you know, it's user friendly. Yeah. I like this whole complicated mess that I'm inside right now.
Well, I think that Procreate lacks a lot of really important features, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's like my issue with Procreate. But I mean, it's a good program for what it is. It's fun to sketch in. I feel like, you know, like it just feels good to draw in there.
I do a lot of my I notice I do more commissions. Like if I'm doing like portraits or anything, I like to use Procreate. I don't know. I go back and forth, I guess.
I jump around a bit because sometimes there's brushes available in Procreate that aren't available for other things, and I just really like how it looks. So I'll do the thing in that and then bring it back over to like Fresco or Clip Studio.
Smart.
Clip Studio gives you so much control over the line art, though.
It does. It really does.
Although something I've been trying to do more in my digital stuff is make it look more traditional, which sounds counterintuitive, but like leaving more of the energy in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I always think of if you guys have ever looked at the Uncanny X-Men by Mark Silvestri and Dan Green, like how like there's tons of energy in all those lines. Like it's not the most detailed line work, but it just moves and feels good. I'm not saying that like my stuff is as good as that, but like I am always thinking about like that kind of energy in the stuff, and I'm trying to bring that to the new stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to capture the energy in anything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Gangrene,
don't know how to
RIP.
catch energy.
You kind of just do it, you know, like I don't think that there is one way to do it. I think it just happens.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I don't even think I know what I'm doing half the time. It's just
That's how I feel. It just comes out. It's strange.
That's kind of what I'm learning, is that you just need to sit down and do it.
yeah,
And the more you do it, the more you're going to figure out stuff. Like,
yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I've dedicated probably a good, I don't know, 5 years to this program now. So I'm pretty efficient with it so far. I think, at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the only way I learned, was I just kept doing it, kept trying.
That's right.
All right, this one's almost done.
Morgan's asking Max, has your issue of Frankie arrived yet? He's just curious.
No, not yet. I will keep an eye out though. You know, living in a remote place, sometimes they gotta ship stuff on boats, and it takes a little longer.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, Amazon takes about 2 weeks to get here.
Ooh, hope you're not paying for 2 day shipping.
No.
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
I don't pay for like anything.
I was gonna say, like, does that still account? Like, would the 2 day shipping still apply out there?
No.
Okay, so then would you get Prime for free, or are you just getting the videos for that? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just like, what's happening?
Oh yeah, it's pretty much you're just paying for like the videos and whatever extra perks come from Prime if you do get Prime.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was like, it's that 2 day shipping for me.
I know, right?
Dude, I was always down for the 2 day shipping, but sometimes it doesn't even happen. It's always like the shit I want takes like 5+ days. Always. I'm like, you mother.
Yeah, there's so many things where I've been like, it's gonna take how long? Cancel that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yes.
More than it won't arrive by the end of today. It's 7 p.m. I need it now.
If I don't get this now, I'm not gonna care about it later.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun here though, because like everything that lands on your doorstep is like a present that you forgot about. You know?
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I don't know. I think I'm done.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, Max.
Boom.
Passing through that.
Put my name on this. Let's get that other one going.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
I can say these though in comparison.
Man, I'm having a blast using this. I haven't used like my brush pen in a while.
It looks
I
amazing.
really like using brushes. They're just fun.
I can't help but like do humor. So like there's a gimmick with this. Because there's a, I don't know if you can see, but there's a VHS tape that Jubilee's holding.
Oh, there we go. Okay. That's
sick.
That is sick.
Because you got to pay homage to the cartoon.
Oh, absolutely.
Because without the cartoon, I wouldn't be as into the other stuff.
Yeah.
It was the leather jackets that Frank Whiteley designed that got me, not gonna lie.
Great design. I kind of am bothered that they didn't stick with that more. It just makes so much sense. And it referenced like the original X-Men costumes, so it wasn't like the movie costumes that just went straight up black leather.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the movie costumes just because it's like, you know, it is a more modern take, but I was like, the original costume is just so fun with the way the ears or whatever they are, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a bold graphic shape.
I thought about doing because this is the way my brain works. Doing like the worst versions of Wolverine, like the one with the bandana on his head.
Oh gosh, yeah.
With the super hairy forearms and like the no nose.
It's like that's like the Deadpool, the original Ryan Reynolds Deadpool in the movie. I don't know if you guys remember, but Deadpool shows up in like X2.
Does
yeah.
Like X.
Wait,
yeah, what?
It's just Deadpool shows up in like X2, and it's played by Ryan Reynolds, and it's like super freaking ugly and like looks nothing like. It's so stupid.
Oh, weird! I didn't know he was in that. I thought he was in Origins.
Yeah.
Oh, he might have been in Origins. It might not have been X2.
Okay, I was
about
to be
that
like,
was Origins. Yeah, I think you're talking about
like,
Origins.
how did I not know that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was like, what kind of wild?
I loved Ryan Reynolds. No, yeah, that was a horrible Deadpool.
Horrific. It was bad.
I liked that movie. I actually liked that we got a live action Gambit for a second.
Yeah.
There was so much potential in that movie. I thought there's some parts that were really kind of inspired, like Will.i.am as Wraith. Like if you read the the Wolverine comics from like the 90s, like he's one of the Weapon X guys that shows up. Really cool design and character. I thought that was inspired. Man, if they had just adapted like Weapon X and then like the Weapon X sequel that like went into the Wolverine comics in the 90s, that would have been awesome.
Or like, what if we got a Frank Miller Wolverine movie, but like a la how they filmed Sin City?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, dude, I'd cry, dude. Fuck.
That would go. That would be fire.
My little fanboy heart would explode,
dude. Right?
I know, right?
The thing that bugs me about just getting my heart broken with the movies over and over again because they get so close and they're like, "No, we're not going to do it."
Yeah.
But like when there's something in the movie that you could just easily do to make it comic accurate, like Yukio in the Wolverine, she just has short black hair and a cat suit, and she throws knives. Okay, like that's not a budget thing. Like
no.
Like I get that she's Japanese. Not all Japanese women have like purple hair, right? Like, like they can just like that would seem like such an easy grab. Like what? I can keep the future, like seeing the future powers, whatever. That just seems like it would be so easy to. And there's tons of stuff that they did with that where they just changed it, and it would have been. I mean, that's one instance where you can have the black leather. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is why they need me to work at Marvel Studios. JK.
Dude, that's what's so scary about we're getting another incarnation of X-Men, and we're all just kind of burnt out from what we've gotten. And so now we're like, are we excited? Like, I'm not excited for Fantastic Four, and I love the Fantastic Four, dude.
I am. You got Pedro Pascal in that. Yeah, everybody loves that. I mean,
he's the zaddy for everything.
I know. I mean, I think he's being overused, and it might not be a good casting idea. But I also like.
I'm not saying he's going to do bad. I just feel like, he'll do all right, and for sure he'll kill it. But it's just like not. I don't know.
I don't think there's been a Fantastic Four movie that I liked. To be honest with you,
definitely not, dude.
What they need to do. What they need to do is they just need to do the Secret Wars stuff, or just was it Secret Wars, because then they can really use them in that with Doom and everything and Battle World and all that crap.
Yeah.
Because then they need to bring was it? Oh God, I'm trying to go through all this. Oh, my memory. Where is it? Franklin Richards. He's like the most powerful mutant ever.
Dude. Yeah.
There's just so many things they can do, and they just keep retelling the same story. I mean,
you mean Dark Phoenix or something?
No, just sorry, Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're just doing the same shit over and over again.
If
so I'm not excited.
And if you do Galactus, you need a guy in a giant helmet.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Like how did that make it through editorial or like?
Dude, they just started like clouding everything. What's the Green Lantern villain? Starts with I forgot what, but it was a cloud too, and it wasn't supposed to be a cloud. And then you get Galactus as a cloud. Like that's just a budgetary thing. Like they're just clouds are way cheaper to produce, I guess.
Yeah, it just makes me respect the Roger Corman movie.
Oh right, yeah, straight up.
Because like they have you seen the documentary on that? They like pulled out all the stops for like what they were able to do. Like they put their own, like the cast and crew put their own money into that movie because they thought it was going to be like a major release.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they were just being used.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Comic book movies then weren't as, I don't know, not as good. Obviously, they didn't have the technology yet, but
dude, that old school TV movie of Captain America.
Oh, dude, with hell yeah,
the rubber ears.
Yeah, that plastic shield, so goofy.
Yeah, I rented that from a mom and pop video store back in the day.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Because when you're a kid, you don't know anybody.
Sin City is a really good comic book movie, though.
Oh, I love the first one.
Yeah.
The second one's my favorite. You know, I think they really got it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I even like the Spirit.
You know, that one was weird. That was
Which one? What?
Spirit.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it. I really want to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's fun. Like it's not gonna change your life, but it's fun.
The cast is interesting for that.
Oh yeah.
I think it was Frank Miller. They let him direct that one. That was like his first.
Yeah.
He went solo on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the issues there already.
So. But you got to give Frank Miller credit, though. I mean, he went out there and he did it. And,
yeah. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Especially with oh my God, why can't I fucking I gotta stop smoking this thing. Excuse me. Nicotine. There we go. Fucking Sin City. There we go. Couldn't remember that. Him and Rodriguez did that movie together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it turned out amazing.
So good. Dude, I like remember my dad like picked me up from like middle school, like out of nowhere. And he was like, let's go see a movie. And I was like, all right, like what comic book movies are out? Like I was like in 6th grade. And we were just like, I don't know, like this one called Sin City. We never heard of it. You know what I mean? We didn't know anything about it. And then I go see,
Yeah.
6th grade, just ditching school with my dad to like go see a movie called Sin City. Like
that's how you make memories.
Straight up. And it was I was just like, I didn't get it at first. I didn't get any of it. And I was just like so thorough. I was in 6th grade. I was like, this is not good. Like I'm not having any fun. And then the Dwight story came up and we're with like Brittany Murphy and all that. And I was like, I love this movie. This is like the greatest film ever.
And that was your training for interviewing Elijah Wood later.
Dude, straight up, right? I think that's the question about Sin City.
Oh, Wolverine.
I like started putting blood on it on some parts, and then I realized I didn't like be consistent with that at all.
What even is consistency? You know?
Yeah, I'm not doing animation.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be same every time.
Yeah, that's the like beauty of comics.
I really struggle with is consistency in drawing characters. I'm so bad at it.
With faces, I make 3D models of a face. Like I'll build a face so that I can like have all the angles and everything, and so that I never lose. So they just stay the same. I mean, I'm all about the 3D models. Those are fun.
It's like an Alex Ross move there.
Yes. It's just it gets you there. Or gets me there.
We should go back to sculpting like Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein head that he sculpted and kept in his studio.
Ooh.
That thing is sweet.
See, that's what I think of it as. It's basically sculpting. I mean, it is sculpting when you're doing it. And I don't know. I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. I'm trying to get a 3D printer for Christmas.
Yeah, that's actually what I was just about to say. I was like, you should just get a 3D printer.
Oh yeah, that's my next goal because I think I can make some toys, like action figures.
Sick, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd want one for.
Or just
I have some friends who have. I have some friends who have 3D printers, and like they live out in LA. I'm like, oh man, I wish we lived closer because I would totally design like a Wesley thing and get like a little Wesley statue made up.
That'd be dope.
But maybe someday, I'll still do it eventually. But anyway,
well, see, that's the beauty with these things. They're actually pretty affordable now. Like you can get a decent one for a very affordable price.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that have them.
So I used to think like this drawing tablet that I'm drawing on was out of reach because it used to be insanely expensive for these things.
Yeah,
like ridiculous expensive. And now, I mean, 300, $400 is still expensive. But like when I really, really was thinking about these things back in the day, I mean, these are like $3,000. It's like unattainable. Until I did
splurge on. There's a Surface Studio laptop, and it comes with it doesn't come with it. You have to buy it separate. But the Surface Slim Pen, and it's got haptic feedback in it. So like,
that's crazy.
If you pick pencil, it'll feel like you're drawing with a pencil. If you pick a brush, it'll feel like a brush.
Oh,
that was my big splurge. I paid that off over the course of a year, but I was just like, I'm such a nerd. I'm like, what? It feels like the thing. I've got to check this out, and it's pretty good.
You like the Surface? I remember that I wanted one because I went into like a Microsoft store and I saw the giant one that's like 48 inches wide or whatever. And I was like, dude, that'd be so sick to draw on. But I hated the way that their stylus felt. And so I said, never mind.
They've improved it a lot. Even before they did the Slim Pen, it got a lot better. Like the Surface stuff, those are my workhorses for getting comics done because you can run a full computer on it.
Yeah.
So like I draw right on the screen, and then I'll like import things into InDesign and letter in InDesign. Like these things wouldn't exist, or they wouldn't be the way they are without the Surface. Because like if I'm waiting like around at the end of the day, or if I get a spare like 10 or 15 minutes, I can crack it open and knock out like another figure drawing or do some lettering. I love them.
Have you tried hand lettering?
I have, but I do so much rewriting. So, and also like I'm trying to keep my hands alive for the drawing.
That's the one part that like hand lettering always kills my hand, but I still do it because I really like it.
It looks cool. I'll probably do some hand lettering on this piece. Like if it's a short story, I would consider doing hand lettering, but like a longer piece. Also, there's such good typefaces out there. Like Blambot has some real good stuff.
Yeah, I do think that they're good. I wish, because there are ways to like really, really improve the typeface that they don't include and sell and like the ones they sell.
Yeah.
Like Nate Picos is doing crazy stuff with building fonts, but he doesn't release that stuff. Yeah. That's just like that's his secret sauce for working on books.
One thing that I think is cool though is Wesley the Robot speaks in a typeface called Man Machine. And when Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers came out, the Autobots speak in the same typeface.
Oh, really? That's so funny.
That's cool.
So they might be related in a cosmic kind of way.
It's fucking sick.
I just want to say everybody's work looks amazing.
Hey, thanks, dude.
Yeah,
Dude.
second that.
Max is
You
you guys want to do some
kill it.
spotlights real fast? Let's do some spotlights on some stuff. Check it out.
Do me last. I'm almost done.
All right. Aaron, let's see where you're at.
Some VHS glory there.
Oh, that's great, dude. That's so cool.
A smiling
I love it.
Wolverine, because I got to play against type.
Love it.
Perfect.
Dude,
Love
that's
it.
great. Ryan, there you go.
Oh, here's one. Here's the one I finished.
Oh, that's so sick, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is dope.
Yeah, look at that texture, baby. That's your creepy and eerie right there.
Yeah.
That is
Bang.
sick.
Yeah, it's fun. And now I'm gonna do this one.
Ooh, I love the clean helmet. I almost did the small ears like that too at first. I was aiming for that.
Yeah, I've always used it to put his ears there. I don't know what to do with it right now because I'm like, they're not exposed, or are they? Like, what am I gonna do? We'll find out.
This is where I'm at right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm
I like
liking
it.
that.
Filling it out. I don't know. I'm figuring it out.
I like it.
I'm doing a lot of lines this time. A lot of little cross hatching. I feel like being Wolverine, it just adds a lot of like detail. I never do stuff like that, so I'm just kind of figuring it out to like fill it in a bit more as I go. But yeah, it's fun. I'm actually way happier than I thought I'd be with it. So
yeah, it feels like Chinese watercolory kind of.
Yeah,
I like that. I think
I'm just impressed you guys are all doing this by hand. Or like in real time on paper. I'm like, oh, you guys aren't even fucking up. What's that like?
This is Max. Dude,
Oh, there's plenty of mess ups. You just have to know how to work them in.
Yeah.
Oh man, Max is wild in on that.
Throwing in that logo, yeah, baby.
Brutal.
You gotta throw in the logo.
You know, I was thinking about it.
Oh, that's great. I haven't even gotten to the background or anything.
Look at that energy.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fun with this one. Tried some new stuff. I like the hair, the way they always do hair on like Wolverine's arm is always weird, but I like it.
He kind of has a lot of attributes that like you would not think would make him a popular character, like him being so short and hairy.
Yeah.
Like,
whoa, guys. Whoa.
And Canadian.
Yeah, there we go.
Canadians are cool though.
No, yeah. It's just funny. They literally were like, look, we have to make a Canadian. What should we make the Canadian be? Oh, let's make him a short, angry man.
Yeah.
Who likes cigars. Like, that's the least Canadian thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, how American is that?
Yeah.
I always think of Kingston is real close to where I live. So, like, I'll go. I haven't been up there in years. But like they're so nice up there. They saw me park and like try to like pay the parking meter, and they're like, "Hey, you don't have to pay it. It's a Sunday." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And that's my interaction with a Canadian.
There you go.
I actually table frequently with a Canadian, Doug Knight. He was on the show last week too. Nice. Amazing human being, to be honest. And we're gonna be tabling together in Terrificon too. I just pick on him all day. It's the best thing in the world. Like. Yeah, Doug's amazing. If you guys don't know Doug Knight, really great dude. Really great dude.
I do not know.
He's like a straight up blind comic book artist, man. That's his whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so like Doug is one of those dudes where it's just like if you have problems like happening in your life and you're at the end of it, he's like, well, what are you gonna do about it? And you're like, all right, Doug, I'll go do something about it. Like
that's the right answer. What are you gonna do about it? I have to remind myself that all the time.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do about it? Nothing. Suffer for my art.
T'Challa, dude. I haven't added blood yet. I guess I'm gonna start putting blood in places.
That's one thing I need to learn. There's this course I'm going to take on coloring, digital coloring.
Okay.
It's not my strong point.
I don't know anything about coloring, dude. Definitely.
Yeah,
Just steal color palettes. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I did that with I recreated the Watchmen color palette, the Dave Gibbons
Yeah.
his color palette. I liked it a lot, but I was just like, I don't know how to use this. Why are these pants orange and this shirt's like a weird green? All right. I have a lot to learn.
I don't understand the Watchmen color palette at all.
It's wild, right? Yeah.
Well,
Pretty garish, yeah.
It's like it's almost like the 4-color comics, where they just had like I don't even know how to explain it. I love it though.
Yeah, beautiful
It's
for sure.
I was talking to my buddy Evan about coloring. He was doing a Doctor Doom piece, and he was coloring it in. He was sharing it with me, but he was going very naturalistic with the colors. Like the parts of his costume that are green, he was making green. The parts that were brown, he's making brown. The parts that were metal, he's making gray. And I was like, because you look at the Jack Kirby stuff, and it's like you don't color it like in comics. You don't color it naturalistically. You color it expressionistically, and you gotta make the colors real light because the thing I talk about with him all the time, because we always talk comics, is you got to figure out who's playing lead guitar, and then everything else has to play like the rhythm of it. And you if the line art is your lead guitar, then those colors need to not be so crazy. But if you're doing a manga style with real clean lines and not a lot of detail, then okay, let's paint. So that's something I'm always talking about with him.
Yeah, that's good.
What are you trying to say about bass players, dude?
I love bass. I love this. Probably my favorite instrument.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You have to know what to stand out and pop out, and what you need to have drawn attention to. I haven't practiced coloring at all. I like coloring digitally, if anything, because I get overwhelmed. I don't feel like I have the right tools to color traditionally. I don't know.
Coloring traditionally is ridiculously hard. And making it look good, I guess I should say, because the markers don't do it for me, at least. The markers, they're fun for sure. I think they're great for sketches or commission pieces.
Yeah.
But for doing a book, man, I don't know.
One thing I really want to do is a watercolor book.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna do painted pages for my next book, full painted pages.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah.
Should do that for Corpse Flower.
I could do some of it for Corpse Flower. It's it's
using pinks,
Yeah, well, it's gonna be Corpse Paint is the one that I'm doing those painted pages on.
Oh, so it's fitting for it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll work.
That's dope. The comic I'm doing right now is in color.
Nice.
Which is I don't know what I'm doing.
Dude, I don't know if I want to color Teenage Babylon or not. I kind of like it, gritty and black and white.
I don't think you should color it.
Right? I don't know if I am. Christian's inks are just phenomenal. I'll send you guys copies of Teenage Babylon after this. Yeah, Christian's just phenomenal, man. Plus, I don't know. Once I started looking at this ash can, I was like, fuck, dude, this works black and white. Plus, imagine economically printing that book.
Yes.
Oh,
it's the smartest decision, probably. You know what I mean?
Do you guys know Terry Moore, the indie cartoonist Terry Moore?
Yeah. Oh,
so he was at Homage Studios with Jim Lee in Image, and he was publishing Strangers in Paradise in color for a little while, but it just did not make economic sense for him to do that. And he can, you can still tell the story with just lines. It comes down to the kind of work that you want to be making.
Yeah.
But the black and white can be really beautiful too. You don't have to sacrifice anything, and it has that lower production cost.
I enjoy it. I started doing it more. I just did I did a 6-page thing with Mark Bernal, and I did it all just black and white, and I put a lot of detail into it, and I really like how it came out. It's really dark, looking, not physically dark, but it's just had I feel like I got the essence of a horror story.
Yeah. So, I love that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm excited whenever he puts that out.
Yeah, it's
that. Okay. I'm so close to the mark. We talk shit about each other all the time.
I see. Like, I love the way a black and white book looks too.
Yeah.
And like that's what corpse paint is. The majority of corpse paint is going to be black and white, and then you're going to run into like these fully painted spreads.
Nice.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, but the issue with that is that I still have to pay for full color.
Oh, yeah.
So like economically, it makes no sense. But like visually and conceptually, as you're reading the book, it will have like a greater impact. Is the thought, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I like it. With Coma Noir, we just did reds. We did black and white, and then I did like a deeper red for little things.
Yeah.
They wanted sorry.
You could Rizzo print that for super cheap because you still have to pay for full color if you're like getting it professionally printed. But with the Rizzo, you can just pay for the 2 color.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, we went through a Comic Wellspring.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And they did a great job too, by the way. Very proud of the book.
You can't. Yeah. I mean, the amount of quality that they put in there it's crazy.
It's a wild thing. Oh my gosh, T'Challa, dude, no, don't.
And it's hard to trust somebody else with your book, making sure it comes out right.
Oh yeah, dude, it's your baby, like it's a. Plus, you have a specific, just like when you make a comic and you're giving a script to someone, you have a specific vision when you hand that off, like, and to trust someone with that takes a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I thought they did they worked with me a lot because I had to resize a bunch of stuff. Like I didn't even realize I did the whole book in a different size than
we're making that easier to help creators too. We're making a bunch of templates for people to use for every size possible you want to make your book.
I use those templates for like the ones that are on the website. Like that's my main template now for even just drawing.
We're updating it like crazy. We just had a huge meeting about it today. So our whole entire template library is about to like triple in size. And then when you order books, it's going to be crazy because you could choose like small, medium, and large and see all your options like that. So you'll have a better understanding of it.
I'm not trying to, kiss any butts or anything, but I really, really like the service. I think it's just a great service for any independent comic book artist, and they're moderately priced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. We're essentially a mom and pop shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we function like that. Like we don't have a big team at all. It's like 10 of us in total.
See, I think
like me and Max.
When I look at you guys, I'm like, oh, these guys are over here fucking killing it.
We're just like running like chickens with our heads cut off, being like, "There's so many comics." Hi, T'Challa. See, T'Challa's here saying, "What's up?"
What's up, cat?
But yeah, our new website and a lot of the new assets we're creating, it's going to really just benefit. We're trying to like just teach people everything about making comics, dude. Max's new show is coming out this week, and so. That's really going to explain a lot about making comics and like the nitty gritty of it. Like just stuff not everyone knows about.
I mean, I'm still learning. So.
Yeah, there's so much and it's like impossible to like learn everything. You know what I mean? And like to have like a better understanding of how printers work, what physical products end up like, it's really hard to do all that yourself.
It really is.
So the idea is, give people resources, don't gatekeep that stuff. Like, no. You got to share it.
Especially,
we're all in here because we're all here because we love comics,
Exactly. Like, it's still like, with using them, I feel like I'm still doing a very DIY thing. Like when I used to be in bands and stuff back in the day, like it's all DIY, do it yourself. Find somebody who's going to print your CDs or make your vinyl, all that stuff. Like just talk to that person, figure it out, book your own tour. Like, I like that. And that's how I get that feeling with, how how everything is right now with you guys and everything. Like
it's so funny how many like musicians turn into comic book creators because it's just like going on tour but without the whole band. Like
which is the best part with our being alone.
Yeah.
I like being alone.
the proper cartoonist response. Yes. Living the life of a hermit.
I don't have to talk to anybody. Perfect.
I'm totally gonna toss a background on here once I able to.
I'm just gonna start making weird lines.
Yeah, go for it.
Just gonna start.
I do love getting out and preaching the gospel of comics, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Aaron, where are you based out of again?
What's that?
Where are you based out of again?
Oswego, New York.
Oh, dude,
like if
were you at
familiar...
Buffalo at Nickel City?
I haven't gone. I had a buddy who went to it, who usually does really good at shows. I'm always wary of the things that are like big time, like Comic Cons featuring like Spider-Man and video games and big name like actors and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like a small guy's gonna get lost in the shuffle. I mean, I could be wrong.
Nickel City was actually pretty good, all things considered. I'm not gonna lie, it was better than other cons I have attended. I will say that.
I was tempted. There were some decent names on there, like in the Hardest Alley and stuff that I would want to check out.
Dude, I just like talked to Jason Aaron for like 20 minutes, just like really great job. But tabling was fun there. I had a blast. I really want to go back, but that sucks because I hung out. If I would have known you, I would have like checked my messages like 3 weeks earlier and told you I was going. I'm so horrid at replying to stuff on social media, on my phone in general. I burn out so hard. I always feel bad when I take like forever to reply to someone.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Oh,
I know, dude. I'm either replying like instantly or like it's gonna take me 2 weeks.
I'm the same, and then I forget, or I start and I didn't press send or something. I'm like,
or like my anxiety kicks in, and I'm like, dude, I have not replied to this at all. I feel like a jerk. Dude, I have all these cats like invading me now. They're just like.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go wash my brush.
Get it.
I have like, if I check a message, I have like what I'm gonna respond to, and sometimes that goes into my memory as like, oh yeah, you replied.
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh, I thought I sent that. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, and it's entirely my fault.
Are we gonna run to like 9:30? Do you guys think, or do you guys think we're gonna be wrapping a little? Let's see what Max wants to do right now.
Up to you.
If we do 9:30, I might just like take my dog for a quick walk because he's getting angsty. He knows his routine. That's why he's like, "Yo."
Yeah. He's like, "What's up, dude?"
Like, mom's not home, and you're just drawing. Like,
like I have needs.
Yeah,
I have needs, bro.
Dude, I took him to the backyard. He's like, "You want me to like piss out here?" Like,
it's like I don't know.
Oh, Booby, you can't get off of that computer, dude. We have a cat named Booby. His name is Belvedere, but he's a pervert, so we call him Booby. Yeah.
I always knew Mr. Belvedere was a pervert. I was like, it's a weird reference.
Hey, stop fucking T'Challa, dude.
It sounds like me with my cat. What the fuck? Come on, man. Come on.
Don't meow me. Oh my gosh, let me feed these cats real quick.
Go for it.
It's crazy how much faster I've been doing this show. It's weird. like I always feel like I'm under a time limit, so I'm like, I gotta go fast.
Well, yeah.
Surprising.
It looks great.
Thank you.
Everybody's artwork looks so good. I am very happy that I found Apollo City Comics and lesser known comics because I had no idea.
Me too. I mean, Brandon's the one who published me for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I'm who published me the first time.
Yeah, I found
Me too.
found all of you guys on Reddit. Or no, I saw Apollo City. I think I followed you guys because I saw the And Out Come the Wolves cover that you guys
sick,
take
yeah.
on that. So I was like, oh, absolutely. And then I
Yeah.
found lesser known comics on Reddit.
Oh, nice.
And so, I mean, this is my only introduction to any of the underground comic world is you guys. So,
oh, sick, dude. That's cool.
I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
I don't. It's kind of wild how everything happened with like Apollo and everything I'm doing right now. Like, I kind of just like stumbled into this whole Comics Wellspring thing. I didn't really.
Well, I mean, you're killing it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do love the interview shows. I probably listen to almost all of them.
Yeah,
thank you.
I like to listen to those when I'm drawing.
And the thing I like too is it's not like, oh, here's Mark Miller, here's Klaus Jan, and that would be cool. But I do appreciate the other perspective of somebody who's more at my level, and hearing the impact, what matters to them and stuff.
That's the whole idea is that like I didn't know, I wasn't learning anything about when I would listen to, I love Word Balloon, I love Off Panel, like stuff like that is all great, and I started off interviewing comic book, creators like, Tom King and crap like that, you know what I mean? So like I always thought that stuff was awesome, and I love like hearing them talk and their insight, I've had great conversations with like Donnie Cates, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
That's dope.
But like they're not on our level. Like they're not teaching me anything, like, and they're not doing me any favors to like help me out and get out there.
Right.
So it's like what value do they really bring me overall, And I was like, well, how do I learn from just like what I do here? Like, how do I learn to draw? I just gotta like find people that I know and ask them to teach me. Like I'm just utilizing my resources, I guess. Just a giant cheat sheet so I can learn stuff.
Well, it's smart. Very smart. I mean, when I was younger, I definitely could have benefited from something like that. Other than, I mean, I grew up with a lot of tattoo artists, and they're a little more gatekeepy.
Yeah. At least they tend to be. Yeah.
No shade towards any tattoo artists. I have a lot of my friends are tattoo artists.
Yeah.
There's kind of a new breed of tattoo artists coming around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like even with music and all that, like, dude, I felt like music was very gatekeepy too. You know what I mean? Like I hated that. Like no one would share their secrets, no one would help each other out. Like, and everyone would say in comics, like you're on your own, and it just didn't feel right.
It's like, you don't have to be on your own. Like we don't have to do that.
Yeah, like why are we gonna make it harder on ourselves? Like why don't we just gather around the campfire? But I mean, I've been podcasting for years before I figured some of this stuff out. I hadn't started interviewing on Apollo for a long time. Like Apollo, I just like made as a podcast because I just wanted to talk about comics with my friends and keep on studying the craft and hopefully like meet people and break in through interviewing, which I guess I did, but like in a different way. I was chasing the big two at the time, but then you realize how kind of dumb that is. Like, no offense, but like it's just unreasonable at a certain point.
Right.
Well, I think we all have to shoot for that, and then you slowly realize that it's not really what you want.
Yeah. But I mean, I've heard horror stories about how people are treated there too.
All it is horror stories. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
And it's
they
want
sell
machines.
your soul for your name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there was only like that one path before. You know what I mean? I guess that's not necessarily true. There was always underground comics, but that was the path. That was there wasn't. Nobody understood that there was another path, right?
Yeah.
Versus now with, people like Comics Wellspring and the ability like and Kickstarter and stuff like that, right? Like anybody can put out their own comic and just do it all themselves and publish, right? So like the way to get noticed now and make a ton of money and do what you want to do is to like just put out your own stuff. That's what you have to do anyways. Even if you want to go work for the big two, right? What you have to do is go publish your own stuff first and then hope they notice you.
Yep.
You know. So now the one true path is to self-publish, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, that happened with music too. Like there used to not be all those resources, like even SoundCloud. Like I remember joining MySpace and being oh, I could put my albums on here. Like it blew my mind. And now like you don't even need like all you need is TikTok and SoundCloud now for a lot of things. And like it's insane. Like, because 20 years ago, it was a completely different world. I mean, in comics and music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have all these tools. But now we're also oversaturated with a lot of garbage. But also, who am I to say what's garbage and what isn't?
Well, it's easy enough to skip it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
well, and who really is oversaturating the market?
Oh, right. Yeah, big two. I mean, to be honest, like
that is true. Yeah.
Batman titles and Deadpool titles do we need out there?
Like how many? Like, go ahead.
Could you imagine what they could do if they consolidated their budget and like put together just like killer creative teams? Like let's say you have 3 Spider-Man books, 3 X-Men books, 3 like General Marvel, you know, and just like got like absolutely killer creative teams. And just put out like, you know, like 10 gangbusters books.
Dude, right?
Like you would make more money making less books because like more people would want them, right?
Yeah. Or like use some of that budget, right? Like keep the 1 X-Men book, keep the 1 Spider-Man book, and then use the other budget to like give new artists a chance, you know, because right now all they're doing is chasing names, right? And so like we get it, freaking whoever is an amazing artist and we love their work, but like they're not going to be around forever,
right?
So who's going to pick up that mantle? You know, you got to have somebody that you're training and giving a chance to, because they can surprise you, you know.
That's one of the reasons why I collect the Marvel Comics Presents series that started in the late 80s.
I love those.
Because they're so cool, because they're the short anthology books. But then you have, you know, that's where they broke Joe Mad. You know, that's where they broke, you know, a whole bunch of these people, and who did like these great short stories. And then you get like a Weapon X through there. You get a Sam Keith through there. It's just a cool book. I love that format.
I like that. That was fun.
I mean, that's what upset me about a lot of new publications like that have been popping up from like creators from, you know, the big two, and all these new publications aren't really doing anything for new creators. And they're also like the same thing you see when you look up like comic book creators, just a bunch of white dudes. And I'm like, what are you guys contributing here? You know, I don't get that. Like Apollo right off the bat was like diverse without even trying, which is magnificent, and I'm so happy and proud of that. But like we didn't have to put an effort to find like, you know, a wide cast of creators to, you know, represent art and comics. But
well, because that's how the world naturally is diverse.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know if I want to do like if I want to add a title font, like,
yeah, just go crazy.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
I know, man. I was gonna do a Wolverine one and just spell Wolverine, but like, I just put some ink splatter because I was like, you know what, that's gonna just wrap it up for me.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I did. I'm hyped.
Yeah. I love that old Wolverine typeface. It has like the spurs on it. It has like those sharp edges.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was looking at right now. Or just doing a W, I think I'm gonna do just to like top it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember in those. To bring it back to Adam Kubert, but those Adam Kubert issues of Wolverine, they condensed it. They made the title like super super tall. I remember thinking that was so cool back then, and it still looks good.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh man, that's sick.
All right, let's throw a little background thing. See if that works.
You guys use typefaces for your sound effects too, or do you hand draw your sound effects?
It depends.
I'm learning to hand draw my sound effects. I don't like the fonts.
Yeah.
I like to look at I like to study it and be like, oh, try and draw it from looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's tricky learning how to do any kind of lettering. It's a different process. It's a totally different process.
Yeah.
I'm just doing whatever for this background. I don't even know.
Yeah, great shapes.
Oh, thank you. Boop.
It's one of the things I try to think about, like if I'm not looking at reference for stuff, is shape language. Like this guy was at IC3, Missimo. You guys know Missimo?
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
He was talking about like shape language and how fast you can draw if you just start like plugging in shapes.
Yes, that's kind of like the shape carving thing that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
into right now, where you just draw shapes and then basically you just, I don't know, you start making stuff until it looks like something.
Yeah.
With shapes.
With
shapes.
Man, IC3 was so cool.
Dude, that was such a blast. That was like
just
the
to like
time.
I mean, it's like this, right? But like in real life, just sitting down with other people who have their own interests and stuff, but there's a common passion of storytelling and comics and drawing.
It's how the original cons were.
Yeah.
I know IC3 was really refreshing when it came to conventions in general.
Like a whole bunch of people went out to dinner with Eli, and I purposely like didn't bring drawing stuff with me because I was like, I want to sit and like chat with these people because like I've known a lot of them online for years and years. It's like I want to make sure that I'm like available to like listen and communicate with these people. As soon as we sat down,
everyone
was like nobody had like giant bags or like coats or anything. We sat down and like everybody just starts like pulling out all their drawing stuff and their sketchbooks. I'm like, whoa! I thought we were just eating dinner. But
that's the fun thing about hanging out with with Eli and them with the Cosmic Lion team is that it's just a blast, dude. It's super creative. Everyone's so kind. Like I hung out with them during Heroes like almost the entire time, and it was so welcoming. It was so great.
Yeah, like Eli took pity on me and gave me a Cosmic Lion Productions ballpoint pen.
Oh, sick!
So I had something to draw with.
I have yet to get a table at a con.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Oh, it's one of my main goals.
Dude, it's like going on stage. But you know how like on tour you go and travel for like 2 weeks and you play 30-minute sets every single night?
Yeah.
This is just traveling for a weekend, but like playing like for 10 hours every day.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so it's crazy because tabling is so hard. You would think I'd be decent at it because of how many people I interview, but there's so much to learn. Hey Nathan, how you doing, dude? Dude, tabling is exhausting and it hurts, and you wear yourself out, and it's really a grind. It really is. You're in the trenches, you know, like you are in the trenches, and it could be really defeating sometimes too.
I want that shit.
Yeah.
You should try a zine fest too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, because that's like where the like real underground weirdos are, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the zine fests? Because that's mainly what I've done, and then I did San Diego, where we like aped somebody's table, and that was a whole nother adventure.
that was a whole different beast. Yeah. I know some people that like have a table at San Diego Comic-Con, and the people next to the booth that they get every year died. So so they have this entire extra section. And they were like, yeah, you could post up a book or two. And then I just like invited all my friends I could.
Cool.
And I was like, Max, Milo, get over here. And just had like a party there the whole time. It was sick. Fun. It was one of the best times of my life, to be honest.
It was awesome.
We get to say we tabled at San Diego Comic-Con. So
yeah.
That's also where I met Eli and Rick Lopez for the first time.
I didn't meet Eli at that show. I've never met Eli.
It was one of those weird things. I was talking to Shelly Bond, and then he was tabling right next to her. And
how funny!
Yeah, because they get I forgot whose artist table like handed to them sometimes. They get a hookup.
Yeah, I briefly like messaged Eli when Bubbles was coming out because I was talking about maybe doing a podcast or something, but nothing ever came of that. But I definitely would love to meet him, you know, at a con or something, then just hang out.
We're gonna do a Cosmic Lion Jam night sometime soon. We're planning.
That'd be cool.
So
yeah,
have like 6 of the Cosmic Lion people on here or something. We could fit up to 10 people in here. So
nice. Shelly Bond came out to Ithacon because she went to Ithaca College.
Oh wow!
And I saw that she was coming, and I was like, I gotta go because like she did a Kickstarter for a book called Heavy Rotation, which is about her and her friends doing college radio, and that like my character Wesley is like literally like he's made out of the equipment that is the college radio station.
Oh my gosh,
like,
awesome.
So I was like, I needed to go and just like give her a copy of it. I mean, I bought a ton of stuff from them too, so I wasn't just like eating up their time and not helping them, but I just felt like that was like she went to college in upstate New York, you know, radio station comic. I was like, I need to make this connection, and I told her I was an internet friend of Eli's. I got a great picture of her and I, which is pretty cool.
Dude, Shelly Bond's a big reason why I make comics because I was taking her filth and grammar class.
Yeah,
and she that's how I met Nicholas, who did the cover of the punk anthology, the Rancid homage. He came up with that and everything. But yeah, we'd both, you know, seen something that she posted and we were commenting on it, and then I was like, well, dude, we should make a comic. And I was like, who knows, next year we could be promoting it at San Diego Comic-Con. And dude, straight the fuck up, like the next year we had the table at San Diego Comic-Con with the punk anthology. Yeah, and so Nicholas and I met through there, and that's how he was the original artist on Teenage Babylon, but he was really swamped with his own work, so he just did that short story. But he's who kickstarted my career. Him and Shelly Bond, dude.
Hell yeah!
Pretty wild.
Yeah, she's so nice.
Yeah, amazing. I we're gonna get her on like a live episode of Inspired Ink. I'm waiting for her next Kickstarter to go up.
Yeah.
So it's like some incentive to get her on.
Her husband's art is so awesome too.
Dude, I mean, she did Kill My Boyfriend by Grant Morrison. Like, it's so good.
So do you teach comics specifically or just art?
Me?
Yeah.
I teach art and I teach comics to my 7th graders because they're not too cool for it yet.
Nah.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's awesome that you teach it even like what 7th grader? Yeah, middle school. Yeah. Like it's awesome that you teach it in middle school. That's amazing.
Yeah, I like to think so. I'm doing this workshop. I threw as many letters into it as I possibly could. It's the SSACW, the Summer Sequential Art Comics Workshop. I got a grant through New York State to do 3 dates in July on Saturday to like teach. That's basically what I do in class, but like gussied up a little bit. But we're gonna put that all together and make a book out of it, like
that's cool.
like Cosmic Lion, the CKRS group, like used to do that stuff. We've done it a couple times before too, like during the pandemic. We all met, like people met up and did a page, and I put that together and sent it out to print. But yeah, I'm super psyched because like I feel like we're making out like bandits a little bit with like the grant that we got. It's cool. It's cool.
That's super cool, dude.
Like back, because like I would think normally like art teachers would have to do like a summer camp or like work through something else to have a summer job, and this like I report to myself and like I'm in charge of what I do, and I think I get paid better, and it's this cool like confluence of all these different things. Like there's a new director of our public library here who we coordinated with, who's like super cool and into comics. And he was like, yeah, dude, whatever you want. And we did a free one last summer, just one day. And it was the best attended out of any of their like teen programming. And it's all ages programming, but teen is like the number one group that showed up. And
Nice.
as of right now for the pre-register, like I think there's only 5 seats left, like per day. Like we've got like 20 people who signed up already, like every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't have a college teacher until my like junior year of college. I didn't have anybody teaching me comics until then.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I've actually never had a comic book teacher before, I'm realizing.
I don't even. Yeah, me either.
I actually had a comic book
is.
class, but like it didn't teach me anything, dude. I was really disappointed in it. Like, they had us read free issues that were on Comixology, and I was just like, "What is this?" Like,
what
and like
are you doing?
he showed us like he was like, "You should read independent books," and like the books he showed us were, dude, like Max, you would hate them. Like they were dumb. They were just like it was just stupid, dude. I was so disappointed. And I was like, you should be showing us like Sandman and like Watchmen or something. That'd be way better than whatever the hell you're doing here.
I have some good resource material that how I learned basically was through this web comics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's from Image. It's a really good one. Obviously, the standard How to Draw the Marvel Way.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the real one. Will Eisner's graphic storytelling.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's one of the most important books
the best
for anybody
best.
making comics or who wants to learn. These 3 books, they'll get you there if you really want to do it.
Will Eisner one,
hello, dude. Good seeing you tonight.
The Will Eisner one is really dense, though. Like,
it is.
I think if you want the How to Do It for Dummies version of that is like Scott McCloud's book, but even Scott McCloud is like Scott McCloud is really dense, and like there's a lot in there. It's just a little easier to process and a little friendlier than Will Eisner's academic essays, you know?
Yeah, dude, for real.
You're not lying.
There's a great book by Matt Madden and Jessica Abel called Drawing Words and Writing Pictures. And there's a couple advanced versions of that, but like when I taught comics out here, that was my textbook that I worked out of, and it cites all the best stuff, the Will Eisner and the Scott McCloud, and it's set up like a 12-week course, so it was actually perfect.
What's it called?
Drawing Words and Writing Pictures.
Ooh.
Let me just open my browser. Sorry, I was like,
dude,
I don't have a pen.
Straight up.
What is it?
Drawing Words and Writing Pictures.
There we go.
Just tell me the book.
Wait, what is it? There it is. Got it.
And it's got
Shelley's Bond.
Yeah.
Shelley Bond's Filthy Grammar is probably my top book, but also I forget what it's called, but have you guys read Dave Gibbons' book? Like, I think it's literally called How to Draw Comics or something, like, or
No.
How to
no.
Make Comics.
I
Dude,
need
Dave
that.
Gibbons' book is awesome, dude. It covers
damn it.
everything.
Why do you gotta
Everything.
do this to me?
It's
Why do you gotta do
really, really cool.
And
If you
as an
see guys-
artist too, Framed Ink.
oh,
by
I just got that.
Sergio something, I think. Framed Ink and his other books are amazing.
I'm so hyped
really
you said that. I just put it. I took it out so I could start reading it this weekend. That's so
And I'm
cool you
about-
said that, Max. I'm hyped.
I'm about to put that in my basket.
Yeah.
Dope.
I think I'm done.
Look at it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Look at us helping each other.
I know we all got really excited for that.
Look at us. I
kinda
am
feel
done.
like- I'm pretty done. I feel.
I'm
I
set
think it looks
too.
great.
Do you guys want to spotlight it a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, sweet. Let's
I
spotlight
mean,
it.
I do. I got a second one to do though.
Hey, Max. Here we go. Dang, Max, that is awesome. That's sick.
It's fucking dope.
Are we
Sorry,
on me right now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I had fun with it. I tried to play with some spatter and texture at the end. I don't know if I like it a lot, but I think the Wolverine and
perfect.
X-Men logo came out great.
Splatter looks really
I love
good.
it. I really love it. I really love how the X came out in the background, dude. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't sure about it. I like it though.
Ryan, dude, that's
Yeah.
sick.
This is number
Yeah, look at
2.
that lighting.
So I gave
That's
it.
sick. Let's
Yeah,
see number
just
one
mess
again
around.
too. Oh, no
Number
claw
one.
pop in. I like that. I kind of like you didn't do no
Yeah.
claws on that one.
No claw. Oh, you know what? I forgot.
yeah,
Okay, we got one claw in the original one.
you go. Yeah, there you
So
go.
this is the first one, and the second one.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, they look great.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
Really cool pieces.
And then we have Aaron over here.
Well, I
Dude,
switched
Frankie
over to,
boy.
Yeah, Frankie boy.
So good.
Oh, dude, that came out great.
love
What does it say on it? My bad.
Let's see if I can get. But look at this. So it says, "We heard you missed the show. Don't worry, we recorded it for you on VHS."
Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome.
It's dope.
I love it.
Great. Love it. Oh man. Solid, dude. Love it. This is mine.
Woo!
There you go.
Like-
Bring some
I like it.
heat.
And then I did some splatter at the bottom.
Yeah,
Like,
there you
it's
go.
hard to see on this camera, to be honest. It's like the lighting on it's.
I can see it.
I can see it. I like it.
Yeah, I got some
Uh,
splatter on his face and all that too. Pretty hyped about it, to be honest. This is
Yeah.
probably the coolest thing I've done on the show so far.
Yeah.
You took a chance with that angle, and you.
Dude, I was scared
did it.
when I first
Yeah.
shaped it. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna ink it. I can't think about it.
Yeah,
But dude,
no,
yeah,
it looks good.
look at the leg. Leg came out good. Shit.
You
Yeah.
got it.
You
I'm
got to
hyped.
go for that foreshortening.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I trip out on because I don't like know anatomy or anything. So like
You just try it over and over again until it makes
Yeah.
sense.
yeah,
Yep.
honestly, that's literally what you have to do. I'm finding out, and honestly, doing it on these 11x17s, I think, is helping me like crazy. Like just understand a lot of it. So thank you. I really appreciate all that, guys.
I'm into it.
Awesome.
Well, this has been a fantastic episode.
I had a lot of
Aaron,
fun.
I'm so glad we got to bring you on. Super hyped we get to connect. I can't wait to get you on Inspiring, both of you, so we could like hear your stories and everything. A lot of cool stuff coming that way. Why don't we go around the room and promote any shout outs you guys want to give, by all means. Aaron, do you want to go first since I know your book's out?
Yeah. I've got Wellesley the Robot, The Dark Ages. This beast, and it really, like, when you do a book this big, it's really for the spine, and like, yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, it's a complete story, like 170 some pages. Weather emergency system at a college radio station comes to life to learn to drink coffee, to love, to dance, and fend off the ruthless role-playing guild. And this is on my Etsy store at Pens and Pedals on Etsy for $30. Also available through the comic.shop, which is my buddy's comic shop here, out here in Oswego, New York. And don't just take my word for it. I've got some great quotes here. We've got Wesley is one of my favorite indie characters easily, from Nick Cognetti. Aaron Lee is doing the Lord's work. Scott McCloud, real quote. I told him I teach middle school art, and he said you're doing the Lord's work, but he still said it. If he says it, you put it on the book. Excellent from Eric Larson. Good art from Jim Rugg. I want this ... from Michael A. von Oming.
Eric Larson.
Yeah, my buddy got a quote from him. So these are all real. These are all real, and that's the absurdity of it.
Wow, that's so great, amazing. Dude. That's so cool.
But it's like my passion project. Working on some new stuff. Might be out at the end of this year. But and pensandpedals.com, at pensandpedals on Instagram. That's really where I'm most active. So thank you.
Love it. Nice. Ryan, why don't you tell us what's up with you?
I spoke of it earlier. I just released a book, Coma Noir. That's on Blind Cyclops Books. That's a fun one. Just finished it. It's available. What else? They also Godfly. You can find that on blindcyclopsbooks.com. I did not draw this one. I am repping it because I love Ryan and Jeff Cooney. They are amazing. What else? Currently, I'm doing a guest cover for an up-and-coming artist who I'm super into right now. Goes by Skullhead. You can find him on Instagram at Skullhead. Actually, let me see what he said. Is it at Skullhead Comics? And I'll just show you his work real quick because his stuff looks amazing. Look at this.
Woo! Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've seen that around.
Yeah, this he's killing it. So check him out for sure. You'll definitely like this. Is issue 7. So check him out. You can find me on Instagram at Hot Trash Comics. That's hot__trash_comics with an X, and mryanarnold.com. And that's all I got.
Max, you want to go up or do you want me to go up?
I can go.
There you go.
Ooh. Bubbles is out now. Available on lesserknowncomics.com. An art house queer horror story takes place in one motel room covered in black mold.
Dope.
And you can also get the process scene up there, which has raw scans, thumbnails, pencils, inks, original concepts, all sorts of stuff in here. So both of these are available on lesserknowncomics.com now, and I have a bunch of other books up there as well. So check it out.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget to check out, continue to, if you haven't already subscribed to the Comic Soul Spring YouTube, we have a bunch of cool content coming your way, all the interview stuff. And we have a brand new show launching this Sunday called Understanding Inc., hosted by Max Flowers. I'm super hyped about it. And don't forget to check out Apollo City Comics, where you could get this punk rock anthology, 60 pages of punk rock insanity, the first book we ever put together. Super hyped about it, super proud of it. And you can also check out our other anthologies we just recently released, like Cybersync, Cyberpunk Anthology, 80 pages, 20-something creators. This is the Bob Little variant. Super amazing, and it's actually pretty rare at the moment as well. And if you want to talk about rare covers, we have a very limited release of this foil variant of the Shadow Anthology. 100-something pages. It's a gorgeous book. This foil is exotic, honestly, dude, straight up. It's beautiful. I love this. But also, keep an eye out. You could only really get it at conventions right now, but Teenage Babylon Ashcan, me and Christian Venuela's cosmic punk rock love story that is available if you could find me. I'll be at Terrificon in August, so if anyone's going there, please come grab a copy. But yeah, guys, this has been such a fun night, and honestly, this came out way better than I imagined. I was really scared going into this, so this was super sick. So thank you for this fun, amazing evening. I'm glad we knocked it out. We're getting faster, Max.
Yeah,
crazy.
We are.
But yeah, we'll definitely follow Ryan and Aaron's socials, and thank you guys all for tuning in and drawing with us. It means the world every single week. So with all that being said, thank Good night.